I'm live. What's up, everybody? How we doing today? What's new? What's old? What's good? What's bold? How's everybody doing? So. Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. Hope everybody had a great night last night. So let's give some time for some peeps to get in on in here. Get up on in here. Gotta try to get this shirt out. See what happens. What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. What's up, Belinda? Still having problems with my phone. Anybody that's in here, anybody can share this out for me, please. I appreciate you. Good to see you guys. What's up, Brandy dear? How are you? Brandon, my second account. Right. Okay. Welcome, Brandon. I'm not familiar with you, but welcome anyway. Yeah, if any of you guys, ladies, could share this out for me, I appreciate it. I'm still having issues. I can't keep my phone charged long enough to do more than anything but a couple seconds worth of shit on it. So please share for me so I can fill this room up as much as I can, please. But good Saturday morning to you all. Thanks, hon. I appreciate you, Brandy. I hope you guys are having a great day so far, and I hope you guys had a wonderful night. It was great to see you here. Thank you so much. Well, let's give this some time for some peeps to get on in here. Good morning, Miss Robin. How are ya? Or, yeah, it's early for you still, so it's almost noon for me, but you're, what, 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that, Robin? There's my friend, my little sister, Miss Rachel. Good morning, dear. Hold on, my dear. 1 second. There you go, sis. It's in the chat. Okay. What's up, Debs? How are you, hon? Thanks for being here. Appreciate ya. Good to see ya. Yeah, my phone is crazy fucked up, guys. So, Rachel, I had to put it in the chat. So, it's there whenever you're ready, dear. That'll be cool. I haven't had Rachel up here in a while. Kind of miss you, kid. It's no worries, Robin. Do what you got to do. You don't have to be up here all the time, man. No worries. You're welcome anytime, but you don't have to. Just so you know. Okay. Okay. Do you see it, Rachel? 8:30. That's why I kind of figured that, Robin. Rachel. I think that's Rachel. It should be. When do you guys check that link to make sure that's Rachel, please? Ooh, sorry, hon. If it is you, you know how this goes. I've seen a couple clones lately, so usually you say more than just link. So Danny Ray. Nope. What, Rachel? What's up, Danny Ray? Okay. I know, honey, but I can't see that from where I'm at. If you, I don't tell, I can't tell if you have a wrench or not. But whatever. Anyway, did you get the link or? I am not a dork. Just ask my mom. Oh man, beautiful outside today. Where did you go after you left the penthouses on May 21st? Of course you're a mod. To which hospital? And then where did you go? Where did you go after you went home to see her? God, this phone thing pisses me off so bad. Yeah, Robin, it actually was. I enjoyed that. Like I said, I want to do a lot more of that kind of stuff, especially with the music and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot easier when I can pull it up on my actual screen and you guys can see things. We can look at videos and hear the stuff the right way rather than pissing around with phones and other devices and shit like that. But it's coming, guys. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, who that was? I don't know who that was, but anyway. And then I'll be able to do that stuff the right way. It'll be a lot more fun for sure. And then that's going to help a lot too when I get that stupid ass hard drive to be able to do the paranormal thing I'm gonna be doing in the mornings, stuff like that. I think that's gonna be a blast. I can't wait for that one. Stupid anxious about that and excited. So, you know, you know, do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Are you coming up, Rachel, or no? Thank you, Miss Robin. I appreciate that. Were you in here last night, Danny Ray? I don't remember seeing you in here. I was tired at that point too, so who knows? Wow. This Johnny Depp thing and that this Amber Heard chick, that was a crazy ass bitch. I'm sorry. Crazy. I don't care how mad I am at somebody or whatnot. I am. I cannot imagine taking a shit in somebody's bed. That's just fucking ridiculous. This chick is crazy as hell. So what's going on, everybody? Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Um, 1 second. I gotta do something real quick here. Hold on, Rachel, please. And thank you. 1 second. Why is my thing not working? Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. Hold on. Okay. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There we go. I was trying to get my screen to lay up, just in case. But like I said, when you're on a computer, you can't see the wrenches and stuff, so I couldn't tell if you were not. So.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm here.
Good morning, my dear. How are you today?
I slept until 9:30, so that's a thing.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I was rudely woken up at 4 a.m. by people messaging me, but it's okay.
Are you like YouTube people?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What the fuck is
Yeah.
wrong with these people?
I mean, this past week has shown me a lot of people's true colors,
oh
and
yeah, oh yeah,
it's also shown me that like there have been people that I have defended to the death that maybe really didn't deserve me
yep.
defending them to the death. Um,
Same here, honey. Same here.
and
Never do it again.
yeah, you gotta let horses drown sometimes. You can lead them to the water and then stick their head under and wait for bubbles to stop.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact and a half. That is so true. I kind of have some regrets about some of that. Not that, not
What?
that. I'm not gonna bash. I'm not gonna bash him, but out of all five of us, okay, I Pennywise threw me under the bus more than anybody. Okay,
Absolutely.
and really kind of like ran me through the shit. And I didn't even
Absolutely.
I didn't even realize it, but that last time, and again, guys, I just want you to know, having a wrench to me is whatever. I appreciate it, but I don't care if I'm
Hmm.
friends with somebody or I support somebody. I'm going to whether I have a wrench or not. That's crazy shit to me, but whatever. But it's just kind of when somebody takes it from you, it's a little bit of a embarrassing moment and kind of an insult. So when the last time the turtle took my wrench from me, I didn't realize it first, but it was because there was a phone call made from Pennywise to him before that stream, and Penny was kind of talking, saying things to him about what was going on in Tina's chat and making it look like I was in there begging for shit. That came from Pennywise. I didn't realize it at first. So you don't do that to a friend. You know what I'm saying? And that really kind of bothered me. So I didn't say nothing about it for the longest time. And there was a couple
I
other
think there
things that I.
I think there
Go
was a lot of that going on. It's such a deep, it's garbage. And
ahead.
it's bigger than like the whole guest mob part of it all because and I've said this a million times, we all have like PTSD from all of this stuff, all of the doxing and harassment and our families being contacted and our jobs and all of this stuff. And to me it's not even real life. Like YouTube and Twitter are
A joke.
social media.
Yep.
It's weird that people would take things to such extremes over being like, I don't like you. Okay, I'm going to call your Aunt Agnes in Nebraska and tell her that you said you don't like me on Twitter. Like, it's
Right.
so strange. But I think when you kind of get into like where you trust a group of people or you
Hmm.
garner these like friendships, be they what they may, they're online friendships or
Right.
sometimes they become even deeper. Like there's a level of like loyalty and camaraderie that comes with that. And to have, I have no issue with Penny. I
Right.
don't. And I know that we said we weren't even going to talk about it, but we're gonna because I don't have an issue with Penny. Were there things about Pennywise that mm, I didn't agree with? Absolutely. And I spoke on it. And I think that I've said over the last few weeks that I just felt like it was exhausting to continue to try to like defend somebody who caused a whole bunch of chaos and then would disappear on us.
Yep.
And the way you got treated for being in a very uh, tension driven phone call, it is what it is. You got drugged by that person. Like, why? If I was on the phone with Isaac, I'm going to tell him to go F himself and I'm hanging up. And
Hmm.
then he spent an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And he's like, oh, but that was my real life involved. It was Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac's
Yeah.
not real life. Isaac is a social media person.
Right.
You hang up, you move on. Like, yeah. So I
Yeah. I
just
mean,
think, I don't know. It's just sad.
I absolutely agree with you. And like I said, I don't have a personal issue with him because again, it's weird because me and him actually have a lot of things in common: movies, music, things like
Yeah,
that. There's a lot of things we don't have in common, obviously, but he can be a decent guy when he wants to be, but at
absolutely.
the same time, it always seemed to me it started to get in my head that he's always got for lack of better terms, okay, um well, shit, I can't think of what the hell I'm trying to say now. It's a an ulterior motive for himself, and whether we were together or not, because everybody that knows me knows how fucking loyal I am and have been to this group of
Mhm.
people and everybody else, and
Yeah.
you and Popper and Morty and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. I don't feel that he had that same loyalty ever. Okay,
No. No.
and that's what I'm
And
saying.
yeah, no. And I think like everybody's fighting and it's really sad. Like, um, I just had a huge blowout with Nikki Flaccavelli, and I wash my hands. I blocked her. I'm done. Like trying to explain why people would be upset with what's been going on is
Mhm.
exhausting. And then being told that I'm not a good friend because I haven't defended her when I absolutely have
Yes, you
over
have
and over and over. And I've tried to communicate and be like, listen,
repeatedly.
y'all, like, I mean, when Steve Billings was trying to come up on yours and do he wanted an interview, and we all told you, I told you, like, this is your channel, you do what you want, but I will not be here. I won't be
Absolutely,
in the chat. I will not be on a panel with him. That man made fun of my dead father. That
that's
man
right.
has gone after minors. That man, he is a disgusting, immoral pig.
Hmm.
And I guess I expect that from anybody who has been put through the ringer by that group of people.
Yeah.
If if Isaac himself were to be come up on a panel that I was on, I'd be like, Deuces gotta go, will not probably be back because I do not understand how anybody I can't be friends with somebody. I can't trust you if you think having a conversation with him and joking with him and giggling with him is acceptable. I can't. And if that makes me one of those people who puts my friendships in a place of you either stay on the same path as I am or we're not friends, then so effing be it.
Well, and you know what, honey, it's not even that. That's not what it is. It's okay. If we were to, if there was a scenario met where Isaac said, "Okay, I'm going to come on panel and we're going to hash this out and this and that." Okay, great. You know, it's going to be me and you, and this is what's going to happen. There ain't going to be no, oh, that was funny, man. You're a funny dude, and I get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. No, 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 no. We're going to get on here, and we're either going to talk like adult men the right way and try to say, hey, okay, this is my issue with you. This is my issue with you. I don't like that you do this. Why do you do that? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be fuck you, motherfucker. Get the fuck away from me. You're a piece of
Yeah.
shit. Blah blah blah. That's it, right there. Nothing more. Okay.
And we know, we are all very well aware that first set of like that way of conversation where it's like kind of like a conversation that's mature is
Yes.
never going to happen.
No.
He's going to twist it. He's going to turn it. Once the stream is done, it's going to be turned into something that it wasn't,
Right.
and so it can't happen. And I, you know, I can't.
I
I love Morticia. I
mm-hmm.
love Charlie. I will not choose between the two of them.
Nope.
Um, I
Yeah, I
had
think you were.
already kind of I had already kind of taken a step back from Pennywise. I had already kind of said, and I'll say this out loud because it's the truth. I even said when he came back to Twitter this last time, I said, I do not want him in this group chat.
Yep.
But if you guys want him in the group chat, I will step out. I just don't want parts of it anymore. It's
Well, and
obnoxious.
here's the thing with that. The first time that we were all together, with me included in the group chat, and he
Yeah.
stepped out. He stepped out. He came back. Then there was another time and you yourself said, "Okay, he's not coming back. We're not doing that again." And then he came back again. And then
Yep.
the last time he went out, he stayed out, and I was in the same boat that you were, kid. I was waiting for somebody to say it, like, this is it, this is it, and out of respect for Morticia, and I'm saying this as a fact, out of respect because I love Morticia, we all do. I knew how close they were. I kept my mouth shut on a lot of things, but I was very guarded, and I have been for ever since
Hmm.
the whole panel thing with the ex girlfriend shit and all that stuff. I've been guarded since then, and I just kept it decent and kept my mouth shut on a lot of things because I respected Morticia, and I'm
Right.
I'm, I'm glad that she responded the way that she did when we had that conversation the other night about this whole thing. Remember? Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that was what I was nervous about. It's not that I'm afraid of her. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. and that's really what it was
Absolutely.
about. Okay,
And I think
so
and she kind of felt the same way about it. Like I mean, I'm not going to speak for her, but we all had kind of felt exhausted by him and
yes,
by it.
yeah.
And there
I
were
mean,
things that he would say or do and I'd be like cringe.
yeah.
And and it's no judgment against him. I
Well, no,
you,
but proof is that comment that he made in the stream the other night when me and Robin are up here and we're both going, how do I respond? And this is my stream, guys. That's my thing. I'm
right.
responsible. I own it. I take full responsibility for what happens in here, and I've
Yeah.
always tried to keep it square like that. So it's like
Hmm.
when that was said, my mind immediately went, "Fuck, here we go," because I
Yeah.
knew, I didn't know who, but I knew somebody was going to take that and go way south with it, and they did. And I'm not saying it's wrong that they did because that's not. This is, you know, 2022. We don't talk that way anymore. So I knew that
And,
that was
yeah,
going to be
and
a.
we all agreed to that.
Oh, right,
I
right.
I think like when it comes to like this and Cotty and Nikki, who I'm very upset about the whole Nikki thing. It's yeah.
I know, I know.
Um I mean, we've been friends for years, but I can't so when they go on there and they're bitching and being like, "Oh, if you've been hiding, you're lurking but not speaking out against Pennywise, then you're a pussy, and you don't belong in our community." But
Hmm.
then in the next sentence you say, "We're not a part of any community. It's just the three of us." And I'm like, "So which one is it?
Yep.
Are you speaking up and trying to protect our community from a bad egg, or are you just trying to cause shit because you are trying to grow your channel? Which one is it?"
Yep.
It just
Yep.
it didn't sit right well with me. And
The whole.
then it's being said like, "Well, we just thought our friends would come in." Well, you went live at 1 o'clock in the morning. You're lucky that like I wasn't feeling good and couldn't get myself to go back to sleep, or I wouldn't have been in there either. But I did go in there and I did say, no, none of us are okay with racism or with him being racist or any of that. And it's been addressed. We don't publicly go after each other. That's for them to do. We talk about it and we have conversations and we make decisions behind the scenes.
Right.
I mean, to sit here and publicly bash somebody and go at them is just, it's not something that
You,
I'm going to do.
YouTube is trashy enough. There's no need to do that too.
Right.
I mean, it's just a fact, you know. So
Hmm.
absolutely, no problem, Miss Timbers. With you saying that too, it's I've been thinking about this since this whole thing with Dis and Cotty and Nikki started, and I've been watching different streams and listening to things and so on and so forth. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I own it right now if I'm wrong. Okay, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying anything about this that was right, guys, and don't take it that way at all because I absolutely, you guys should know me by now. There's two things: racism, I absolutely detest it. Um, Handicap abuse, I absolutely detest it. Everybody knows that. Okay, I'm too nice. I get it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like those things, and I never will. Now that
Hmm.
being said, um, I almost feel like this entire thing was a setup based on a mistake. Okay, I think that there was something brewing in the background before that even happened, and I think that the moment he said that, it was like, "Ding! There we go, guys. We got it. Let's go. Bye." And they took this and they ran with it. Not that I'm saying that it's right that he did it, but they ran with it, and here we are now.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is like what Penny said on in that stream, ignorant and uneducated.
Yes.
He
Yep.
wasn't going after Nikki. He was just
Nope.
being stupid.
Just being him.
He was
Yeah.
honestly he was making fun of the Flacco situation, which we all know is fake, and
Absolutely.
and kind of weird that
Mm.
you would play with this guy's emotions, and it's going to turn out bad. And
And
I really hope Flacco doesn't get hurt,
that's my
but
other problem.
yeah,
Yep.
it's gross. It's weird. It's very. It is what it is. They're all
And
adults, but it's
and
weird.
here's the thing. I pulled that up, and that this is kind of my fault, guys, because I'm the one that brought up that situation to begin with because I did it for a reason. Okay, and um, the reason I did that was to
Brendan
draw
and
attention.
Steve just retweeted after you posted a picture of my dead dad. So you can go fuck yourself, you disgusting one tooth bitch.
Thank you, mods. Um, sorry, Rachel, but
I don't.
I know.
He said that I doxed his daughter. His daughter was doxed like a million times. He said he's been doxed 8,000 times over the last 5 years, but I'm the one who doxed his daughter, and I made fun of his dead nephew. No, I brought up your nephew after you posted a picture of my dad with your fucking nasty, ugly, old crypt keeper looking face on him. You couldn't hold a fucking candle to my dad. Your kid wishes she had a dad like the father that I had because her dad is a piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Go fuck yourself. Fucking
Yes,
idiot.
yes, ma'am.
That's all.
Um,
I'm done.
you're
Continue.
good.
Sorry.
You're no, you're fine, honey. You're fine. You know that. So shit. What was I saying? Oh shit.
That
Damn
you
it.
brought up the Flacco
Oh yeah,
situation.
yeah, yeah. I brought attention to that on purpose because it kind of sickens me. As irritating as Flacco is, because I have, you know yourself, because you were right there with me,
Mm-hmm.
tried to be nice to Flacco because I really
Mm-hmm.
did feel bad for him, whether he wanted me to or not. I did. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I still don't like. He's an asshole. Everybody knows he's an asshole. He's a nutball. He's crazy. Who knows what the fuck he's gonna do? Whatever. I still feel he's a human being, guys. He has real emotions and feelings like the rest of us do. And you know, I'm not even gonna call it a disability. The difference that he has that changes him from the rest of us is I know it hurts him whether he says it or it doesn't when somebody says something to him about it, which is probably where his genuinely generalized anger comes from on a regular basis. So okay, that
Mm-hmm.
being said, it disgusts me because I know, you know, he knows, they know, everybody on YouTube knows that it's a fucking troll. They are not. There's nothing there. Okay, now she can say whatever the hell she wants to say. Um, it's just not. It's fake, and that's why I said what I said. And again, it wasn't Pennywise trying to be facetious or whatever you want to call it. It was him making a generalized comment that she has a boyfriend, and if he would have not said, "I think it's the color guy," then we'd never be sitting here talking about this because that would have been gone.
Absolutely.
Nobody would have gave two fucks about it. Okay.
Absolutely. But the thing is, so he said what he said on the panel,
Hmm.
right? The rest of those clips of the videos that she put in her video
Yep.
came from a video that Isaac put out.
Which was how long ago?
I mean, it doesn't matter. He said the N-word. It doesn't matter if it was 16 years ago, 4 years, 3 years, two
Oh,
years.
you're right. You're right.
It doesn't matter. I believe that someone said somewhere between 3 and 4 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. It doesn't necessarily matter when he said it. He should have never said it.
That's right.
And it is what it is. But like they exasperated and turned something that could have been like, bro, educate yourself and don't ever say that again, or like, DM Morticia, or DM'd me, or came to us in a different way and been like, he's bad news, that was wrong, correct it or get rid of him, or
That's
we
it.
need to have a conversation. And instead, they gave Isaac and these people exactly what they wanted. They want to see infighting. They want to see everybody over here tearing each other apart and not trusting each other and doing, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
And so if Disincotti and Flacovelli's, I hate calling her that. Her name is Nikki, and I really
Yeah.
like Nikki, and I'm really hurt by her,
I, I get
honestly.
it. I get
But
it. And
if their mission was to better and strengthen the community and get rid of bad eggs, they did the opposite.
I don't think that's what it was, though. That's the whole issue I have with this. I don't see it that way for some reason. I can't.
You just
I,
think that they were looking for a reason to start. I mean,
I think they wanted an entertainment spotlight, and that's what I think it was. A shock value. This is a shock guy. He likes to throw the shock value out there to get. Not that he needs
yeah,
it. Don't take this the wrong way, because it's not what I mean. He don't need subs. He don't need views. We all know that, okay? but he is one of those shock value type people. He likes to
Yeah.
get that shock reaction from people, and that's what it was. And you could see that by the streams that he does with Flacco and everything else. He wants the reactions, and I understand. That's fine. It's entertainment. I get it. Whatever. That's not what this was about initially. I don't think. Like I said, I think it was about him doing that, not about cleaning up fucking YouTube, because that word has been said by Isaac. That word has been said by. Here's the biggest thing right here, and I could go get a
Hey,
fucking.
Billy.
Yeah, I can get a screenshot of it. Nobody has. I'm gonna fuck who you are. If you're black, white, or whatever, you don't have a fucking card to say that word.
No.
Period.
I
Okay.
mean, and I've said it and I'll repeat it again. Nikki has said the NIGGA version of that word. And when I posted that in their chat that night and Dis and Kadi, I said, I love you, Nikki, but like you've used
Mm-hmm.
the IGGA version. I was told that in some cases, and depending on context, that white people can use that version, that's okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me tell you, the friends that I have, if I said that version, I would get knocked the fuck out.
That's the fact. That's how it
And
is.
99% of my friends are not Caucasian. If I was like, yeah, what, like if I, like my best friend, if I, she would, she'd beat my ass. I do not, there's no place for that version to come out of a white person's mouth. But it's
Right.
okay because the context was,
Yes. Well,
different. And
here's
yes,
perfect.
Penny and Penny has used that, and Morticia has said this too. But Penny has said that version in hatred,
Right.
in a moment of hate and anger, he used that version.
Right.
I don't know. I'm very sad that people who either claim this community or they don't. I don't know, because it changes depending on what day they're talking about it. Um, have have given Isaac exactly what he wanted, which was to see us all fighting.
That's what this
And
all is. Yep.
like Nikki, and I told her this today, so I'll repeat it. I told her, I was like, this is what you do. You come from nowhere. You've been gone for months. You come, you cause a huge ruckus, and then you're going to dip out.
That's right.
And she's like, well, I have a real life. I'm like, we all got real lives. This shit is not real. It is the internet. You
Yep.
log off and you live your life. Like, but you cause a shitstorm and then you leave everybody standing around like, what the fuck just happened? And now we got to figure out how to clean this up. And
Right.
you've done nothing for anybody. And then you say, well, I've always had Charlie's back. Let's be really honest. Let's
No.
just put it out there. None of this shit with Isaac and Charlie would have ever happened if Nikki hadn't sold him out
That's
to
right.
Isaac.
He said that last night. I don't know. Can you guys check that and make sure that's Erica? If it is, hey Erica, what's up, hon? Thanks for being in here, and thanks for the. It is true facts, right? But you're right. Absolutely. He said last night that he did it. He said last night in their stream that he um basically screwed Nikki over, stabbed her in the back when word for word, his words were, yeah, well, you know, you help me, I help you. She gave
Mm-hmm,
him all the info on Charlie, and then
mm-hmm.
and he said bye, bitch, and took off. And she's like, hey, I got Charlie in my house. He's like, good for you, bye. So there it is.
Right.
You know,
Well, and
out of it.
and to top it off on a personal level, my beef with Isaac way
Mhm.
back when started because of Nikki. Because me and Isaac were at one point, we're kind of like, in the very beginning, I was mad at Charlie. I thought that everything everyone had said was right. Before, when Charlie was still living, you know, I was a huge fan of his, and I was a huge fan of the family, and Charlie can attest to that. I've been around forever. But when
Right.
Isaac started going after Nikki and her husband and her small child, I was like, hell no, like you're going too far. Like, you want to be mad at Charlie and you think Charlie's out of control and blah, 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 blah. You keep that with Charlie. You don't be going after the people that he's living with who have done absolutely nothing to you. Like, the
Yeah.
fuck are you, like, what are you doing? And
Right.
Isaac decided then that I was going to be one of his enemies. So if we're being really, really, really honest,
Mm-hmm.
Nikki has caused a lot of problems and been given
Absolutely.
forgiven and forgiven. And I have always stood up for her. When Isaac was going after her middle daughter when she was born and had issues with her feet, and Isaac was just, it was gross. I
Yeah.
like fought for her. And to have her again just not comprehend that some of her actions are not a good look. And, I messaged her and I said, "Were you in Isaac's stream last night?" And she's like, "Yep, I got a guest mob tattoo and a membership." And I'm like, "This shit isn't even funny. Like, you think this is funny?
Nope.
This guy is messing with someone you call a friend, his whole real life, and his girlfriend, and all of the people who he's friends with." Like,
Yep.
I
And
don't.
not to mention, here's the thing though, like all the bullshit that she put Charlie through. Okay,
Mhm,
Charlie owns what he does. That's why I
mhm,
respect him the way I do. He always he
absolutely.
that man has owned every fucking thing he's done wrong in his life, and here he stands, proud, embarrassed at times, but face live on camera, telling it.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
I have so much respect for him, especially after the stream last night. It proves
mhm,
that he's real.
mhm,
Not to change the subject, but real quick, when he was telling that story about him and Michael, the Dollar General thing where Mike shit his pants,
mhm,
that was real, guys. That's real. Charlie. I can't even get it out. That's the kind of person I am. That's why I respect him because
mhm.
he started crying. That wasn't fake. You can't just fucking do that, turn it on and turn it off like
No.
that. That's real shit. That really hurt him. And
Mhm,
this whole thing, I've been saying this for the whole time. This hurts him, whether or not he says, like he said last night, I'll still beat his ass if he comes to my house because he needs that. That's my little brother, though, guys. That's
mhm.
real shit. That's how you know Charlie's a real person. Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's what I have the respect for him that I do. That's why
Mhm,
I've been behind him for 15 fucking years, guys. 15 years before he even knew who the fuck I was. I was supporting this guy because everybody makes mistakes. Isaac's made how many mistakes? Nikki's made mistakes. I've made mistakes. Rachel's made mistakes. I'm sure Eric has made
mhm,
mistakes.
mhm.
Everybody makes mistakes. That does not mean that you're condoned to hell for the rest of your life. It's called growing up. You have to
Oh,
learn as you
absolutely.
go. And
Well, and I think that people always kind of forget when they're talking about Charlie, the family that he comes from. We,
right, right, right.
whether, when it suits Michael, the videos were scripted. When it
Yep,
suits Michael, the videos were real. There's a truth somewhere in the middle of that. And honestly, at this point, I haven't watched a video from that side in two, maybe even 3 years at this point
they
because I have
suck.
no interest. They're not even funny anymore.
Nope.
AGP was the star there.
Winning.
But
That's
AGP
right.
was not perfect, and I think people hold AGP on this pedestal of perfection. We call Charlie a drunk. We call Charlie an addict. Well,
Guess what?
where did he? Those things are
Yeah.
hereditary, and those
And
things are sometimes just passed down. And AGP very loudly said he made a lot of mistakes with Charlie. I was on that phone call on
yep,
Twitch, and I asked that, and AGP said I made so many mistakes with Charlie. He was my oldest in the house. I was not at my best. He took the brunt of all of the crap that was going on. Michael was the baby. The girls were doing whatever the girls were doing. Jenny was crazy. Kim was running off, whatever.
yep.
And Charlie got the brunt of the BS. And
All of
what
it.
that doesn't ever get taken into consideration. So for
Nobody
me,
ever thinks about that.
it's I've watched Charlie go from a very lost guy in the first video where he's getting a puppy, where
Yep.
it was very clear that he wasn't sober, to being the
Right.
person he is now. And that's what we're supposed to do as humans. We're supposed
Right.
to progress. We're not supposed to stay stagnant in the same position or go backwards. But
And
they
that's the
refuse to
thing.
see that because it doesn't fit their narrative of Charlie being this horrible guy who says horrible things. It doesn't fit
Yeah.
their narrative, so they will
Right.
never let it go, and the best he can do is what he's doing, which is continue to progress and
Well, and
continue to be
that's
happy and continue to stand what's right and speak what's wrong and love Erica the way he does because
and
that's
that's the
it.
problem. That's the problem. Charlie is the only person in this whole thing that has
Mhm,
progressed, that has
mhm,
grown, that
mhm,
has flourished, and has turned into. Mike hasn't gotten anything but worse. Isaac's gotten worse. Tina's gotten worse. I'm sure I'm going to hear
Mhm.
about that for the next 6 months now. And he's grown. I'm a 47-year-old man,
Yeah.
just like him. He's not 47, but we're both grown adults. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So me saying this probably doesn't mean shit to anybody, and that's fine. But I am so proud of the person that he has become. What's up, Kitty?
Absolutely.
That yeah, I've not seen anybody go from the situation he was to where he's at now ever. I mean, that is a massive amount of progression and growing. So again,
Absolutely.
like I was saying, to go back to finish what I was saying with Nikki, the um the fact that she fucking ran him into the ground, turned him over to Isaac, all this and that, and he still claimed her as a friend, that says a
Mhm.
lot right there. And here we
Yeah.
are again, back to the same old shit. And that's what I'm saying. They're both, and I'm so glad that he got with Erica. Not that he couldn't have
Mhm.
done this on his own,
Mhm.
but I think that they're
Oh, no,
like
I think Erica definitely is a very important factor
she
in
levels
Charlie's
him.
growth.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. She's the
Yeah.
best thing that has happened to him ever, and I hope that
Yeah.
they grow together. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see them have a child, possibly, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just I get so pissed off, like you said. People forget the videos. The people forget the AGP was like
Yeah.
you said. Ch- Hey, what's up, guys? 47. No, I know you're not 47, brother. I'm just saying.
No,
Um,
I think when it comes to Nikki, like, those things have been forgiven. The stuff in the past, Charlie moved forward from it. I I don't know. I just I don't understand how they cannot like, see why people would be upset by what happened the other night, because I went into that chat. They said nobody came in there. I was like, "Bitch, like, I'm nobody." Like, I'm
I
pretty
went to
sure I
bed.
came in there and said, "Penny has been dealt with," but, like, you know, y'all y'all aren't perfect. Like, this is a weird flex, and then I don't know, the whole having Steve and Isaac, like, that to me was like, I just could never. I could never. The stuff that Isaac has done, not just to me, but the stuff he's done to Charlie, the stuff he's done to
All of
even
us.
Morticia, to everybody. I could
Right.
never. I can't. Like, he's puke to me. I could never. I would never want to be associated forever on a video with him. And
Hmm.
Steve Billings the same. Steve Billings is a bitch. Point blank. Period. Steve Billings is a bitch. That's all. That's what
Steve
he
is
is.
a sad.
I can't stand him.
Steve is a
He's just gross.
yeah. Well, he's a very sad
He's
case
a clout
because
chaser. That's what Steve
he,
is. Steve is a clout chaser. Steve thinks he's important.
he's
Steve
a
thinks
super
that
fan.
everybody gives a fuck about him and nobody does. Like, shut up.
Right? Yep. That's a fact. And it's sad because at one point in time, I'll say this. You guys can all slap me in the face later, but Steve was a fairly decent guy to the point where I could have seen myself being friends with him. And he's even said
Mhm,
at one point that him and Charlie were friends at one time. But how do you go from that person? Because, like I said, I used to see him bouncing around community to community. Everybody liked him, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And here we are now,
mhm.
and this is the person he's made himself into on his own. He did it to himself. So there is
Well,
nothing.
he wants to be. The thing with Steve is he wants to be so attached to Mike's gooch that he will suck off Isaac to get that opportunity. He will never, ever, ever fully be away from Isaac because Isaac is his closest attachment to the Greens, and the man is obsessed
Yeah,
with the
he
Greens.
wants. He thinks he is a green, and he never will be.
Um, so
AGP did
weird.
not like him. Nobody liked him. And
Yeah.
I still
I'll be
think.
honest, I wouldn't want to be a green. And no offense, Charlie, but like, Jennifer and Kim as my sisters, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
super good.
well, Mike is your brother. I mean,
I mean, I would have beat his ass on a regular if I was his older sister, but that's just me.
and that's one of the
Yeah.
thing is, guys. That's what Mike's biggest problem is. Charlie said that himself yesterday. Mike's the baby, pretty, I believe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so and he was babied by AGP. So
Yeah.
anything Mike did was never wrong. He got away with everything and anything. And like Charlie said, basically he needed to be put back down a few notches into his place. And
Mhm.
that's his biggest problem. He thinks that he's untouchable because daddy never, daddy let him do this, daddy let him do that, blah, 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 blah. And you're right. Going
Mhm.
back to that, Charlie took the ass of everything. So
Absolutely.
how would you be, especially if you add alcohol to all of that fucking tension
Hmm.
and that shit in your mind from growing up for that. I think he's done pretty well, actually,
Yeah,
considering. You know what I mean? I
considering.
mean, I can't imagine going through that lifestyle, living that life as a child, and getting drunk and thinking I'm gonna be okay with it. Fuck you. Ain't no way in hell,
Right.
guys. No way. So
So, yeah.
that is
So
what
how
it
do you
is.
think we move forward? Like now that all of this has happened, because it's happened, the Pennywise thing happened. You know, maybe it was a long time coming. I don't know. I have feelings on it.
I
Again, I don't
just
have ill thoughts about Pennywise, but I have for a while just been exhausted with um the BS when it comes to him.
Charlie said he's gonna
Charlie
change his name,
Rowland.
so we'll be calling him
That's kind of
Charlie
funny.
Rowland. That's it. Yeah, out. Whatever you want to do, brother. Whatever you
He
got to do to
definitely
make
could
it
be like
work.
that Limp Biscuit song, Roll On, Roll On. That could be like his new theme song.
There you go.
Never mind.
There you go.
I'm
As far as I'm concerned, like I said, I've said this and I'll say this multiple times.
hmm
I'm Wolfpack. I've always been Wolfpack. I've been with
Amen.
Charlie 15 years. Okay. Even before he was doing anything like this, I've been behind Charlie. I've always loved Charlie. I think that I've been saying this, and I think this is another reason why Mike has the angst towards him that he does. I think Charlie is more entertaining than Mike is, and I think
Oh,
that's what
without a
Mike,
doubt.
right,
Without a
and that's
doubt.
what I think. If Charlie did the type of shit that Mike does, oh my
Yeah.
god, can you
No,
imagine?
nobody can turn purple like AGP
Well, and
except for Charlie.
I've said
Except
that
for Charlie.
Charlie is
When Charlie
AGP.
turns purple, I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, here comes his dad. He's pissed.
Charlie is his father's son, and I
Mhm.
think Mike's jealous of that because Charlie has the name, Charlie has the look. If you do an age progression on him, he looks like his father, obviously in a little bit better shape, but he has the temper, he has the voice, the tones, everything. Charlie is AGP. So, do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I
Yeah,
think
without a
Mike's
doubt.
biggest issue is with him because Mike's not. And
Hmm.
and he knows that. So, I'm just telling you, if Charlie were to do the shit that Mike has done, oh my god. I mean, he already has surpassed Mike, I'm sorry, in my mind. But he
Right.
would blow him out of the fucking map. He'd be gone, dude. So it's like, dude, get over it. You do your own
Yeah.
thing. Let him do his own thing, and be done with it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just what the hell? Flacco's wife. Hey, Rachel. How's Scott? Oh wait, what is that, Nikki?
That's Nikki, and you can block her. Scott is my father's name. I don't know. I don't know, Nikki. How
Uh,
are your kids that you don't have custody of?
oh, see, here it is. Here it is. This is the shit I'm talking about. Why? There's no need for any of that kind of shit. One of you, I can't do it, so one of you guys do what you got to do.
I mean, wait. Didn't Nikki's biological dad like dip out on her or something?
That's
And
what
she was
I heard.
adopted by her stepdad. I don't know.
Hmm.
My one and only real father was an incredible man who was loved by everybody who met him, who took care of his children, took care of his family.
Yeah,
You couldn't be
yeah,
him. You could never, and you'll never have one like him. So they
yeah.
can say what they want.
Right, exactly. And yes, Kitty, it's happened again. I'm gonna go back to this. Yes, he said some things while under the influence, but guess what? He said that's past. This is now. He's owned those things. He's apologized to people more than I ever would have, and still,
Goofy kid.
and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're never going to try. They can't get over the fact that he has rehabilitated himself to the point that he is as successful as he is, and that bothers them. That's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
They can't accept that he has gone above and beyond. I think they all thought that he's always going to be what he is and who he is. Sorry, people grow up. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but it happens, and he's grown up more than any of them. So it is what it is. Oh, now see that's disgusting right there. Crab Daddy. Wow, you got some serious problems, chick. That's disgusting. I
I
can't
mean,
believe I had.
we know she has serious problems. Every other week, she's like tweeting about offing herself. So I mean, It
I
is
was
what
gonna
it
say
is.
like a month ago, I'm like, she's talking about doing this and doing that, and I'm trying to no, it's not worth it. Your kids need you, blah 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 blah, and here she's doing this kind of stuff. See, that's what makes me sick about people like this. It's sad. It's really sad. Really, really sad. So, and that's what I don't understand is what Cotty is doing, associating herself with somebody like this. I really am really, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand what the hell Cotty's doing, why she's doing this, where this is coming from, because and I know she's got to be sick with herself. I know she regrets this. I can promise you she does, because she was real life friends with those two guys, and guess what? You're gonna blow up and blow out a real life friendship with two good people that really care about you over some dumb shit like this. It ain't worth it. It just ain't. So
Mm-hmm.
under the yeah, this is true, Donna. It is. Um, and that's true too, Kitty. It's all part of recovery, and he's doing it all the right way. So I can't say one bad thing about anything he's done because he's come this far. So all right, guys, we love
Have
you
fun
guys
in the
too.
mountains.
Be careful. Make sure you vlog it so we can watch it. Have fun, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for
Mm-hmm.
dropping in. But again, I don't understand people's mentalities. Like, what is her deal? And did you see in his chat the other day after he got rid of her? How she was begging him. She was begging him. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm Wolfpack. I always have been. I just made a mistake or some shit like that. She was saying, and it's like, really? Is it that
Yeah.
bad? You just did this, and now she's here saying this after saying
Mm-hmm.
that. She's one of the biggest flip floppers I've ever seen in my life. Hey, Pam. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But like you said, moving forward, as far as what we're gonna do, the penny thing is done, and like I said, it's not. We're not gonna go back. This is it. We're done with that. Um, we just move forward. That's all we can do.
Right.
I'm always gonna be Wolfpack, like I said. I'm pretty sure you are too. Um,
Absolutely.
right, moving forward, that's gonna stay that way. It's nothing's
Mm-hmm.
gonna. If nothing has changed it yet, nothing's gonna change it. So get over it. To anybody that can't deal with it, and move on. What the hell is that noise? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I don't know, Pookie. I was hoping that the mods would check to make sure that was her, because Fopa likes to do that shit. Well, he was tearing me up last night in my stream. That was funny. Yeah, everybody is, Kathy. Everybody feels bad because Erica's a great lady. I really think she is, and for Connie to do that just doesn't make sense. So I think she's already in regret for that, by the way, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
maybe they can salvage something if Connie were to come to her senses and maybe sit down and have a long conversation. But that's up to them. I'm not a Nikki fan, but unmod me. I can't tolerate kids being brought in. Sorry, Dave. You are what? What are you talking about, Flower? Oh, wait. Well, I'm lost.
What are you reading?
Flower put up a comment that says, "I'm not a
I'm
Nikki
not in.
fan, but
I
unmod me."
can't tolerate kids being brought up. Oh, if you can't tolerate kids being brought up, but you're okay with parents being brought up that are deceased, I mean,
Yeah,
the
it
truth,
was.
the truth, the truth is the truth. Let's be honest.
She's been coming in here saying things like Flower, like crazy stuff about just ignorant stuff. If you go back and read some of those things, the crap.
After I've just spent like I don't know years defending the dumb bitch.
Right. And in fact, the other night in my stream, the night that that all happened, I was defending her against trolls that were talking about her kids.
Yep.
I don't, I don't condone it at all by any means. But when somebody comes in here doing that, you can't, you can't, you can't defend that, Flower. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't take somebody that has been taking your side, taking
Mhm.
your back, sticking up for you, supporting you for how many years against the things that have happened with your children, and then they're going to turn around and look at you and say, you know, what they say about Rachel's dad's dead. Okay, I'm sorry, Rachel, but
Well, and
Rachel,
not even and the thing is even in this stream, I have not attacked her.
no,
I even said, "I'm not sure what her problem is." And I have said that I'm very sad that a friendship that I thought we had is done because she cannot see beyond herself.
you're right,
You
Flower.
know, she only cares that that word was used towards her ex-boyfriend,
Yep.
but she doesn't care that Steve uses it in a regular. She doesn't care that Isaac Post is just using it. That
Well,
stuff
well,
is funny to her.
okay. Let's go with the
So,
narrative about her and Flacco. Okay,
right.
I just brought it up last night, and there's links to it. Um,
It's weird.
a month ago,
Yeah.
Isaac starts saying the word and says, "Watch, I'll bet I can get Flacco to do it." And he goes,
Mhm.
Flacco goes live and says it 15 times. Isaac says it another 15 times. Steve says
Mhm.
it in the stream. But you're with Flacco, right, Nikki? That's okay.
Right.
I mean, where does this come from? Or not? That's not what I'm trying to say. What is that called when you're? Oh, I'm so irritated about this right now. What the hell is it?
She's a hypocrite.
There, thank you. The hypocrisy is ridiculous with this. It is. How are you going to make this whole big to do about it when the person you're in love with, quote unquote, which we all know is a joke, says the same fucking thing a month ago? Really? Come on. Let's be realistic here, guys. That's fucking ridiculous, and that's why I said I don't think that it's really about the racism thing. I think it's about getting some entertainment, some views, not views, but um, the shock value of what it's going to cause. Because here we are.
Yeah. Things were really, really quiet.
Whoever
Things
keeps
have been really quiet on Twitter. No one's been fighting. You know, we even said in our group chat the other day, we're like, damn, nobody's been around because everybody's been living real life. Well, guess what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's up, Resi? That's crazy shit. I'm sorry, Kitty, that that's happened to you, but Kitty is one of Tina's. Kitty used to come in here until all the shit went down with Tina, and she stuck with Tina, I guess, over there, and
Oh.
now she's being attacked because she doesn't support Isaac over there, and now she's back over here. So I don't know. Um,
Mhm.
again, I'm sorry. I hate to say this, Kitty, and I'm not going to say I told you so. And I told all you guys that were mods that were over there, or people that were over here that were coming in here, that you're welcome to come at any time. Okay. But I did
Mhm.
say be careful because this may happen, and I'm sorry that it is going on.
Well, they messaged her. It says
I,
messaged her.
yeah, nobody in
I
here is
don't
going to, I'm not going to put up with
I don't
anybody
see
attacking you.
anything, but
Yeah, it
nah.
says, whoever just messaged me, shut your mouth. I'm not in here talking about Tina. And if anyone starts to, yeah, nobody's going to talk about Tina in here because I don't allow that. But unless she comes in here and starts talking shit, there's that too. Um, um, but yeah, like I said, you're fine in here, Kitty. You know, no worries. But what was I going to say before that? No, I understand. I agree with you, Flower. That's I don't. We all do actually. We all agree about that. It makes me sick that these people um do what they do. That they use children as tools of torture. And you're these for listen. My son, when it I knew it was going to be a mistake, but when it was realized that my son has autism, that there we go. You know the messages I get and the things that I've gotten. That's the things that have been said to me live on
Mhm.
panel by Michael Green or Isaac. Come on now, people are sick. I understand, Kitty. I don't understand how do people sleep at night when they say and think the things that they do. Whether you're trying to hurt somebody in particular, that's whatever. You don't do it with children. You don't do it with deceased relatives. You don't do it with handicap things. You don't do none of it. None of it. All this bullshit that's gone on with Tina. I have not once ever made a comment about Albert in a derogatory way, nor have I said anything derogatory about Isaac's children derogatory ever, and I don't. Nor have I said anything derogatory about Mike's kids. I won't, because I don't want somebody to do that to me. That's just human nature. Now, when people get angry and somebody comes at you and says something to hurt you about somebody, yeah, there's gonna be a.
But I didn't come at her kids. I never
And
said anything about her children. Literally the comment that I made 15 minutes ago was, "You're worried about my deceased father while you don't even have custody of your kids."
Yeah, no, I know.
I did not make any kind of nasty comments about her children, and I wouldn't, but like, you're going to come at me stupid because I'm done defending you. I'm
Right,
done.
right.
You don't want to get it. You want to come at me sideways. You don't want to understand why people are upset with you.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Enjoy. Do what you do. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not going to co-sign the shit anymore, and I'm not going to sit here and tell, my circle of friends like, "Oh, let's just lay back on Nikki,
No,
she just does this. It's just kind of her personality. It's, the little bipolar in her. She comes,
Hurricane
she
Nikki.
causes a,
Hurricane
I'm not
Nikki.
doing that anymore. Fuck her. If she wants to be stupid, she can be stupid. But I wash my hands of it."
Well, here's what's gonna happen, guys, and I'll put money on this too. Just watch, okay?
Mhm.
She come in, she did her whole thing that she does, Hurricane
Mhm.
Nikki, and
Mhm.
like she's done for years, and now she's all buddy buddy with this one and buddy buddy with that one, and they all got her back.
Mhm.
But give it a month, watch what happens, if even that.
If even that.
Okay, and
Well,
she's gonna be all alone by herself, and you're gonna start seeing on Twitter, I don't want to be here anymore. I hate my life and this and that. And who's gonna have her back then? Because it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. I'm done with that kind of stuff.
mhm.
I'm so tired of defending people that have no appreciation for it, or people that will turn on me in 20 minutes and say, "Oh, okay,
Right.
ha ha, he sounds like fucking Louis Anderson when he talks," or ha ha, or your kid would be better off if you were dead, ha ha. Fuck you. I'm done doing it. So it is what it is, and that's a fact, fam. I do. I love my family more than I can explain in words. So it is what it is. Um, Donna says
Agreed.
exactly
I
two.
agree.
Right, Don. I agree. So again, like I said, moving on. It is what it is, guys. We just do what we do. I'm always gonna have Rachel's back, Morty's back, and Popper's back, and vice versa. Penny is no longer here. There's no need to talk about him anymore, as far as I'm concerned. So that's that. Um, and you know, we all still have the same goal. I'm not going to defend somebody that doesn't want me to defend them. I'm not going to defend somebody that's going to attack me, and that's that. I'm not going to stand up for somebody that I know, and I knew, I really did know based on past experiences when she popped back up that within a certain period of time something was going to happen, and here we are. You know what I mean? Because here it is. The hurricane has now come through. I was just really surprised that there were certain people involved in it. I didn't expect to see that happen. And as far as this God goes,
Whatever.
yeah, that dude, in my opinion, is an entertainer. He don't care about this
Mhm.
stuff. He's here to
Mhm.
get some entertainment out of it because he's probably bored or something, and he's gonna
Mhm.
move on again, and that's fine, dude.
Right.
There's that's your thing. Do it. I have no qualms with that. So, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna check this
Uh-huh.
out. Make sure it's not a telemarketer. So
We're
sick of
going
you.
to the mall in a little bit.
What's the weather like today over there?
It's right now 72.
Yep. It's 75 here, bright, sunny. Whenever I'm done with this,
Mhm.
I'm outside. I'm gonna be tearing it up.
Same.
Lots of
I'm
yard
almost
work
back
to
to
do.
the weather that I had while I was in Las Vegas. Almost.
Was it hot up there when you were there?
Oh my gosh, it was so hot. And it was like desert hot. It was like 81
Yeah.
on Thursday and 88 on Friday, and then like 80 on Saturday. And we went out to the desert. We went out to the mountains. We went to like this art. It's like out in the middle of like an artist did like with boulders or bright different colored boulders. And
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the desert, so you have to walk all of like this path, and there's like rattlesnake signs, like watch for
Yeah.
scorpions, and I'm like, where the hell am I?
Right. Right.
This is why I live where there's snow, because
You don't
and
get all
then they're
that
like
crazy shit.
javelina crossing, and I'm like, what the fuck is a javelina? So I had to like Google javelina, and it's like a wild boar, and I'm like, what?
Yep.
Like,
There's there's
how do you protect yourself from a wild boar?
run. Just run as
I
fast as
mean,
you can. That's all
true.
you do.
Yeah. I'm like, I can I go home? Like, no,
Yeah.
BTS is here. I'll stay for a little bit longer, but let's go back to the city where there's pavement and probably not rattlesnakes.
My
So I
cousin
was
lives
like,
out in Nevada, and like, have you seen or heard some of the spiders that they have out there? Fuck you.
oh,
Nope, nope, nope. I don't do spiders. Never have. Never will.
yeah, no,
They're they're
yeah,
they're in
it
where Morty's at. They got some mutant alien fucking looking spiders. I'm telling you.
no, no, we have orb weavers, maybe a wolf spider or a brown recluse, but I'm good. I'm good with where the wind hurts my face. I'm super good. Like I
Oh
got
yeah.
off the so when I flew home Saturday night, it was like 80 degrees in Vegas, and I'm sitting in my terminal waiting for to board. And there's a casino right in the middle of the damn terminal, and I'm like, this is odd. And then I
Take
got on
care,
the
kid.
plane, and it was like a 2 hour and 45-minute flight home because we were, in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And I got off the plane, and it was 37 degrees with snow flurries, and I'm like, I've never been so happy to be freezing. Like, what is
Yeah. Right. Right.
but it was a good time. I'm
Absolutely.
glad that I went.
Did you
I
hit the
think
strip at all?
Atlanta. Did I what?
Did you hit the strip at all?
Oh yeah, we definitely. So Thursday we went to MGM, the
Mm.
Sahara, New York, which is it's just really chaotic.
Oh yeah.
Um, Thursday night we went to the Bellagio and walked through the Bellagio and the Venetian, which has like the canals and
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've always wanted to go to the Bellagio.
the Bellagio has that big water fountain outside.
Yep. That's the one
It
I've
was
always wanted to go
it's
to.
just so beautiful, but so chaos. Like there's so many people. You're literally just walking shoulder to shoulder, and I'm like, what? Um, I
Can you
mean, and I'm
imagine?
used to that like Chicago, but not. It was crazy.
Can you imagine going there in like the middle of August?
Yeah, no,
We would
no,
be
no, 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 no,
dying.
no. Yeah, they said it's like 117 degrees
Yep.
and I'm like, you're high. Like, absolutely not. Like, let me go back to where it's 38. I'm
My
like,
son,
yeah,
my son and daughter-in-law went 2 years ago. They went in August. It was the middle of August, and they said that they stepped off the plane, went into the airport. They said they walked out of the airport and were immediately soaked. And I was like,
oh my
yeah.
gosh.
And like my son was walking around. They're real like super skinny people. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get this call again.
yeah. Pookie, I did. Oh, well, twice. I did two different machines. I didn't do like the poker, like the tables, because I'm not I'm not intelligent enough for that kind of stuff. I have no idea what I'd be doing because I don't gamble. I'd never even bought a lottery ticket before this trip, which is yeah. But I definitely did some coin machines. I think at the bazaar between Bellagio and Bally's, and then in the airport, I did a penny machine. I won nothing. I lost my coins, but it was a good time. Next trip, Atlanta, I think. Depends on where BTS tours. Yeah. No, Kathy, I'm good. Like the desert, yeah. No, I'm gonna just stay here where like our high is like 90, but just humid, and it feels like a little bit hotter because actually 115 to 100 degrees desert heat just doesn't sound like a vibe to me. It doesn't sound like a good time. I'll stay here. I'll go visit and then come home. He's always on the phone. Every time I get on here, Dago's like, I got another phone call. Do you play poker, Rezzy? Because I don't like I'm not even good at spades. Like nobody ever wants to be my spades partner on like game nights because I'm just not good at that kind of stuff. There's like another game. Is it called like forks? Or I don't know. I'm not good at any of that kind of stuff. I can play Go Fish. I'm good at that. kind of. Is everybody so everybody I see like 90 degrees here, this here, like California hot, like no, I'm good. I enjoy breezes. I think that I've definitely learned that the Midwest is where I belong. And I've traveled quite a bit, but I had never been to Nevada. I'd never been to Nevada hot, and it was pretty hot. High low. Is that what? Yeah, maybe that's the game. Is that Forks? It might be Forks. I don't know. Go Fish. Go Fish is a good game though, and I'm good at that. But that's about it. Old Maid. That's another one. Old Maid. We actually, so I got home Saturday night and Sunday night we got 3 inches of snow. And I was like, okay, am I actually happy to be home? Or, yeah, I made a snowball. So I showed it to Popper. Cali does get hot. I was from Northridge. Yeah, that seems, yeah, California. I liked California though, but I think it's because all of the times I've been in Cali, it's been like Los Angeles or like Southern California, where like there's oceans, so that breeze kind of helps. Because this was just different. This was a different kind of like, that sun is the devil. And I'm like, why is it so hot? Also, the concert that I went to was at Allegiant Stadium where the Vegas Raiders play. And they had everything shut down. So you had to walk from like the MGM, which is a little over a mile, just to get into the stadium. Like you couldn't park. So you either had to like come from like Las Vegas Boulevard and walk from the MGM all the way up into the stadium, or I think you might have been able to take the 15. There might have been like one exit that went into like parking lots. So
I'm here.
well, finally, what the hey, sir?
My wife was calling and just wanted to check in with me. She calls me like 5 or 6 times a day to see what's going on. So
We were talking about how hot it was in Las Vegas and compared to like everywhere else. And
oh
then
yeah.
Pookie was making fun of me for not. I did gamble. Like I did a couple of machines like at the bazaar between like the Bellagio and
Mm-hmm.
Bally's Resort. And
Yep.
then in the airport terminal they had like penny machines, and I was like, I'll do this. But
That's where my
Pookie
kids
said,
stayed. When
yeah,
they went in August 2 years ago. I was gonna say,
yeah,
middle.
they
It
had
was like
Bally.
August 15th. They stayed at Bally's. They loved it, but they
It
said
was
they were soaked the whole time. They were sweating their balls off. My son,
Pookie.
they're both really skinny people. Like,
Yeah,
but he was like, he said I had a towel, a wet towel around my neck the whole time. And it just he just it's already hot. But when you're
yeah.
walking down the strip and there's 300 people walking next to you, it's hotter.
Well, and everybody had umbrellas. Everybody was
Yeah.
like using umbrellas to like block out the sun. So you're
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
trying
He
to
said
keep from getting whacked in the face by an umbrella. And I'm like, man, I'm
he
not
said
doing that.
they stayed inside the casinos during the day when the sun was out, and then they would go out and
Hmm.
walk the strip at night. They figured that out real quick.
Yeah.
Um, they gambled the whole time they were there. That's all they did. They
Wow.
came back. They went with um two thousand
Pookie said you
dollars.
were pooping.
Uh, fuck off, Kooky. They always say that. You don't haven't seen this. Your boy started this shit a long time ago, Popper. And
The
so
pooping.
now on, everybody that comes in here, as soon as I leave the system for a second, up
Yeah.
Dago's taking a shit, and it's nonstop. So
Yeah, no,
anyway,
Bally's is huge.
that's what they
So
said.
so we use the monorail system. Which is kind of cool. They have a monorail system so that you can kind of go from resort to resort. They have like they're generally between the big ones like Caesar's Palace,
Yeah.
MGM, Bally's, and then like the Las Vegas Convention Center,
Hmm.
and like those big, and like the Bellagio has a stop as well. And
Right.
so we walk through Bally's and like the bazaar, and then you go up like an outdoor escalator, which it didn't register in my brain. I was like, why are there escalators outside? Like, and I was like, because it's the desert and it doesn't rain much here, so they can have that. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Right.
It didn't until like I got home that I was like thinking, I was like, New York has like a set of like bridges that like but there are
Okay.
escalators that go up and down. There's no, well, there are stairs, I think, on the, we use the damn escalator. And I was like, these escalators are outside. There's no like cover to them. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I've never seen this would never work. And then like I got home and I was like talking to a friend and she's like, well, Rachel, it doesn't rain there. It's the desert. So they can have outdoor escalators. I was like,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good time. I'm very excited. Next trip, I know I don't think I should say this out loud, but me and somebody specific
I
are
already
planning
know.
a trip to
Good.
maybe out of the country. Maybe
Yeah,
not out of the country.
we were talking about that a long time ago about possibly Japan or Germany or something like that.
Or we were thinking the UK, maybe the UK and Ireland.
Or London, yeah, or maybe Ireland. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
London, England, and then
Yeah.
Japan. I wouldn't mind hitting. I'm a huge. Everybody knows I love Asian food and Asian culture, and
Yep.
I want not so much Korea like you, but I think Japan or like I want to be in Tokyo or something like that. But that's what
Mhm.
my thing is. So one day maybe we'll see.
Maybe
If I
one
get
day. Yeah, I've been to New York. Like, so someone said New York is interesting, but I wouldn't live there. Oh yeah, I wouldn't live there, but I love New York City, and I think the thing that I love about New York compared to Vegas is
mhm.
Vegas is only 5 miles long total.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like, and I think the strip is only 3 miles long. You know what I
right.
mean? And so they smash these huge resort buildings into like a very small area.
Yep.
And where in New York, you have your boroughs. So like if you're going, you want to just go to Chinatown, like that's its own like pretty much city. Or if you're in Manhattan,
Yeah.
that's its own area. And I think I love New York City. I
Did you
definitely
ever? Did you
never
go
got
to
lost.
China? Did you go to Chinatown?
In New York?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been there a
What
couple of times.
What'd you think? What'd you think of it? I
I
loved it.
loved it. I loved
Yeah.
it. I love like it's very culturally correct.
Yes.
It's a beautiful area.
Very, very.
Yeah.
They brought it here and kept it here, and they live the same way here that they did there. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's crazy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that. Like there's like here in Milwaukee, there's like the Polish side of town and the German side of town that like when the settlers settled in Milwaukee, they kind of created
Yeah.
that ambiance of home, and
Right.
it still exists to this day. The German restaurants that have like the wood panels with like the cuckoo clock type, that kind of stuff. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Like here in Ohio, like the south side of Cleveland, we have Little Italy. Of course,
oh yeah,
I go there constantly because I'm Italian. So, and it
right.
is no lie, it is very much just like Italy. The
Mm.
residential areas of Italy and the houses, the buildings, everything is decorated. All the people. Very rarely can you walk through Little Italy in Cleveland and hear English being spoken because there's so many
Mhm.
old school Italian families that live there. But the food, fucking my god, the food is like, oh my god. There's a little bakery on the corner of I think it's West 15th and Roar, I think it's called. But right on the
Okay.
corner, and they got this big glass window, and they make every single day fresh. First thing in the morning, they make fresh cannoli.
Oh wow.
Oh my god! I mean, I gain weight thinking about it. That's how good they are. You know what I mean? They're so
Yeah.
fucking good. And you walk in there, um, and they have like, and it's just like you see in the fucking movies. There's a certain
Yeah.
in certain restaurants. There's a couple, three, four guys that are sitting in the back corner drinking coffee, wearing sunglasses, smoking cigars, and you're like, what are they doing? You know?
Right.
And they're all playing cards and drinking wine and dipping bread in wine. And it's just like, Jesus, dude, this is a movie, but it's
Right.
real. This is how these people live, and I love it. I absolutely love different cultures to see, stuff like that all the time. Anywhere I can go, that's what me and my wife do. We absolutely love it. Um, I've been there to Little Italy. I mean, I live here, so I go there constantly. But Chinatown in New York. There's a Little Italy in New York. Basically, there's a lot of that there because there's a lot of Italians in New York. But I've been through there. I haven't been a whole lot of places, but I've been there. I've been to Cali. I went to Cali back. Actually, I went to LA way back in the day when I
Mm.
early 20s because I thought I was going to be a rock star. So we all drove to fucking California thinking we're going to be big, and that was a joke. Um, $600. 3 days later, we're back home begging for money. So there was that, and I've been to Florida. I lived in Florida. Um, uh,
Wow.
I've only been to a few places, but I love the traveling part of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've traveled quite a bit, but um it can be overwhelming to travel. This was the first time that I've ever been on an airplane by myself.
Okay.
Like I've always traveled with people, like with so I was like, well, Popper will say it, like my anxiety of like going through TSA and check-in and all of that by myself was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
I thought, yeah, I made myself sick. I ended up like sick Wednesday night just thinking about it. Like, well, what if
Right.
this happens? Or what if and I was like, you've been on a plane a million times. Like, you
But
know what you're doing.
you're alone, and there's nobody there to back you up. So I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Well, and I never, McCarran Airport, like, so the big airport in Vegas, like the only airport is huge. It's bigger than LAX. It was bigger than JFK. It's probably one of the biggest airports I've ever been
That's
in.
that's what I
And
heard.
it's huge. And I was like, I called the friends that I met up with because they were picking me up from the airport because
Hmm.
they drove from Utah. And because it was only like
Wow.
a 5.5 hour drive for them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, well, what floor are you on? And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, well, what entrance, what gate? And I'm like, looking at the signs, and I'm like, it's just casinos everywhere in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it took me probably like 45 minutes to get to the car from after I got off the plane. And I was like, I sat, so I was first class. I sat first class. I have no shame in my game. And so I was one of the first people I was like the fifth person off the plane. And it took me forever to get to where I needed to go.
Yeah, my kids said that they didn't think they were going to make it out of the fucking airport to get to the
Yeah, it's
casino.
huge.
They were gambling in the airport as soon as they got off the plane. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
They were like, it's everywhere, dude. It's everywhere. And
Yeah, it's
they got
huge.
lost. They were lost in the airport for an hour and a
Yeah.
half.
Oh yeah. When I went back, like when I knew exactly where I'd go, like I knew I was in Terminal 1. I knew that I was like gate 8 or D4 or I don't know, something like that. So it was really easy to get going through TSA. Coming back was a little bit longer, but
Hmm.
it was okay. Coming back was fine. Going there, I was like, I don't want to go by myself. Why can't someone just fly with me and then come home just so I'm not flying alone? But it worked out. It was a good time.
Good. I'm glad you deserved it, hon. You really did. I'm
I
glad you had a
needed
good
it.
time. Yes,
I
yes.
needed it. And I'll be honest with you, it was so relaxing to disengage from like Twitter and YouTube also for that like
Right,
4 or 5 days
right, right.
because yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It is. It's like going back to um when you do something like that to get off of this stuff for a while. It's like
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you have a moment to kind of like
Breathe,
breathe.
and there's no tension. You're not all tensed up. You're not. Your neck's not all tightened up, and you're not like, okay. Here we go, and you're
Yeah,
fucking
absolutely.
no rage
Yeah,
typing.
it's
Or
different.
you know what I
No.
mean? So yeah,
Yeah, and even though I didn't sleep a whole lot because we were just going, like I
right.
slept good.
Now, how
I
many?
slept good.
Let me ask you this because when you answer it, I hope you answer the
Yeah.
way I think you're going to. How many times did you talk to Popper while you were there, like
I
on the
talked to him
phone?
every day.
I
I
told him.
talked to him I talked to him Thursday until I got on the plane, like while I was in the terminal and stuff. Well, I talked to him like from the time I woke up Thursday morning, and then I talked to him Friday morning. I didn't talk to him when I did talk to him Friday night after the concert. Did I?
He
Maybe
was.
not.
See, I knew that, and he was like, I said that. He was like, I'm gonna be sad because I'm not gonna have my reason for this many days. And I said, dude, she's not gonna not talk to you. I don't really. I doubt it. I said, shut the hell up. I said, it ain't coming. And I knew you
No,
would. I knew you would.
he's so special to me. He means so much to me, and he knows that. And
I know.
yeah, I definitely I talk to him every day. I mean, they might have not been like I mean, there's days that we sit on the phone for like 4 hours at a time,
Right.
and sometimes I'm like, I'm tired. But so
I
maybe I talk
really.
to him like 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here, on our way here, on her way, but yeah, we
Yeah, oh
talk.
yeah, I know it drives him nuts, and I listen. I've said this before, and I say it again. And I say this
Yeah.
about him. Like he's like, and I nothing against you, Morty, or anybody else, but
No.
he's the only person on here that I absolutely 100% trust and always have from like
Oh,
day
without
one.
a doubt.
Okay, and I what you
Same. He
do.
knows it.
Well, oh, he does. He's a good dude. He's a really, really, really good person, guys, and I can't say
Oh,
that enough. And I was so excited when you guys started talking like you were because I really
yeah.
respect both of you a lot, and I'm like that is a perfect match, and I wish to God that that things were a little bit easier for you to be involved with. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And
no, we're fine. We're
and I
we're doing
think
okay. We're okay.
me and him have talked a few times, and he hates the house he's in. He hates this and that. I
Yeah.
said, dude, I said, why wouldn't maybe you think about moving that direction? He goes, it's been thrown up a few times, so
It it's been
I hope he
it's
does.
been it's been conversed about, but we'll see
Absolutely.
we'll see what happens.
I'm so happy for you guys. Just so you know,
Thank you.
I am so super happy. And I told him, I said, see, I said, there, right there, I am a good guy. Because if it wasn't for me, you guys probably would have never talked, this and that. So there you go. He's
No,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
he's a good one. I wonder where he is. Well, I know he's working, but
I
I
was going to ask you
ponder.
that.
Yeah, he's
Hmm.
working, but like, what the heck is he doing? But
My
I
Twitter,
am, huh?
I
You said
can't get
what?
on I can't get on my phone because it keeps screwing up. So
Oh,
usually when I go live, I'll throw it out
yeah,
on my to him or to Twitter, and I haven't been able to do
yeah,
that. So he probably didn't even know.
gotcha.
But
Well, I have a lunch date thing happening with some
yep.
friends. So I'm gonna hop off of here because I was actually supposed to leave like a half hour ago and I have not. So I'm
Mm.
gonna I'm gonna hop off and go and meet up with them, and you go and enjoy this beautiful day yourself.
Oh, I am. I
All
believe
right.
that I am. I
All
got
right.
my granddaughter's on her way here. We're gonna go outside and play and so on and so
There
forth.
you
But
go.
thank you so much for jumping up here. It's been nice, Rachel.
You're
I've been talking for a
welcome. It's been
while.
a long time and I miss it a little bit
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
All
Well,
right, you guys, I'll talk to you all later.
you too. Enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you later, hon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. So who's I got still in here? Miss Robin, Belinda, blah, 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 Brandy, of course. Always, yes. Well, that was nice. We love Rachel. She's like my little sister or something. That's what she reminds me of. I mean, she's not, well, she is quite a bit younger than me, but she just reminds me of my little sister. So I love her to death. I can always say, I'd always have her back, but I mean, you really don't need to. Rachel's a pretty tough cookie. She don't need nobody to back her up, but I always will. She's a good kid. Love her to death, and that's why I'm so. Again, I love Popper to death. You guys know that. Like that's my dude, and I was stupid excited when they got together because I thought they were a great couple. I really do. So I hope that goes on and just progresses and gets better and better for those two. They really deserve each other because they're both the same type of person. So. So, so what else? What do you guys got going on that's fun and exciting today for the rest of your day? It's just getting nicer and nicer out there. It's supposed to be 85 here, which damn, because it ain't been like that in a minute. So, okay, Robin, can you handle that for me, please? We don't do that, whoever you are. Bye. I've always wanted to go to different parts of Cali, guys. I only went into LA trying to be a rock star and left because you couldn't afford shit. We had to sleep in a van, four guys in a van for 3 days. That was a joke, but we blew every dime we had because everything was so fucking expensive. We got to play at one bar, and there was like 35 other bands playing too. Um, okay, bye bye, Haley. Take your ass somewhere else. Nobody wants you in here. Get rid of that one too, Robin, please. Or whoever else can. I'm not doing this shit with you guys. bye bye now. But anyway, it's funny you wait till she's gone to come in here and say shit. Real funny. Anyway, where are you at, Robin? Are you still in here? What's that mean? Oh, okay. Alrighty. So, anyways, what's everybody else got planned for the day? Thank you, hon. By the way, anybody that was able to help Robin, if you did, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And again, guys, I hate to say this, but I am still taking donations to go towards the computer. Somebody made a comment that I had so many apps up on my phone or on my screen, and it's not because I'm trying to be greedy. It's because not everybody has the same pay apps. So I put up three different things to accommodate people to have the option to do that. So there's no scamming. Everybody that knows me knows what I'm trying to do with this money. So I appreciate. Ask Rachel where's her proof for what? That doesn't even make any sense. Where's her proof for racism? I'm waiting. What do you mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. Explain. You want to talk about shit? Explain yourself. Obviously, you probably can't. So I don't even know who that. If that's actually who that is, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing that too later. Strike. Actually, I think I have. My twins are coming over and one of their friends, and we're gonna play a card game that we play. But anyway, back to what I was saying is well, they won't talk to her when she's here because they're all fucking pussy ass chicken shit. So that's how that works. They like to run their mouth when she's not around because that's the only thing they can do. You know, whatever. Again, thank you guys. If anybody that for anybody that has helped Robin, and again, guys, I really appreciate anybody that's helped me out. And if you can, I'm still taking donations to get this thing done. I'm really struggling with this to get it done. Um, and I appreciate it if you can do it. I really do. I want to get this thing done so I can start doing what I want to do on here. I really do. These daytime streams, I've been anticipating this, and it's driving me nuts because I can't do what I want to do. And plus, after last night, I got some ideas that I want to start doing in the evenings too. That music thing, I really like doing that kind of stuff, and I got a couple ideas, and I found some games like I had said before that we're gonna do. I'd really like to be have you guys be able to be more interactive with some of the stuff I do. So that was kind of fun last night, Robin. I really liked that, and for everybody else that was in here, they seemed to enjoy it. So I got some ideas for music stuff that we're gonna do, and stuff like that. So I got to get this done, guys. So please, if you can, without me begging, if you guys can donate, I really appreciate that. You know what, Pookie? I said that not too long ago. The time that it takes to make these accounts up to do this, to come in and make one fucking comment, makes no sense to me. It literally, like, it takes you what? Some people do this multiple times. They make, a couple different accounts and it takes 20, 30 minutes of your time so you can come in and go, hey, fuck you, and walk out. You know what I'm saying? Or get blocked. It's stupid as shit. Blows my mind. Oh, listen, guys. Rachel, no worries. Rachel can hold her own, especially with these fucking idiots. So no worries. No worries. No worries. So we've been going for a while now. Let's see here. Yeah, I really did enjoy that last night. I like doing the retro music thing, and it was a lot of fun. I think it can be even better. I just got to have something to support the music, the videos, and everything I want to pull up to share on the screen. So I can't wait to guys. Once I get this set up, I think we're gonna. I might actually go video live and watch you guys. Have you guys watch me destroy this fucking laptop? You know what, Robin? I have used that. I don't know why Pookie's been saying that to me for and Dago. Wow, Bowser has been saying it to me too, and I don't know what's going on with my thing. I have done that. It says that it's on. It's not showing up though. I don't get it. I'm gonna have to go back in when I'm done with this. Before I go out, I'm going to go check and see why, or if there's something I'm missing that I'm not doing. That maybe would make it work, or if I have something turned off or whatever. But I've gone in there multiple times. I've done it while I was live. I've done it with Popper in here, and it says that it's on, but it never shows up. So I don't understand it. I don't know if it's because I'm on StreamYard and doing it, because I go live through YouTube and then I open up StreamYard and I do it that way because that's the way I have to do it. But I don't know. Once this computer thing's done, I'm going to OBS and I'm going to be using that system. So that may change things a lot too. Um, Plus, that's going to make things a lot more colorful and a lot more fun. So, yeah, that's a fact right there, Strike. That is a fact. You got to have a pretty ignorant IQ to be some of these idiots that they are. Yeah, I might have to do that, Strike. Seriously. I ignore most of them or try to unless it really bothers me. It's just a waste of my breath and time to even give them the you know a notice. So whatever. Whatever. Or don't care. That's better, Strike. Thank you. You were giving him too much credit. That is a fact. 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 Looks like everybody's left me here and they got bored. So so be it. We've been going for what 2.5 hours, maybe. I guess it might be time to shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. What do you guys think? Anybody got? By the way, I haven't done this in a while. Any Q&A stuff? Has anybody got any questions or anything for me? Um, for the past few days that I haven't done it for. What's up, Belinda? Thank you so much for still being here. Yeah, you know what? There's a couple handful of you guys that no matter how boring this stuff gets, no matter how dead I am or tired or boring I am, that you guys will sit here and endure it with me, and I really appreciate you guys for that. I'm serious. I really do. And it's amazing that no matter what time of day or night that I were to go live, I still see the same people show up, and that really, really means a lot to me. I know I've said this before, but it really does because it's amazing to me. I got lucky. A lot of people I've talked to, quite a few people through here, and I did. I got lucky. Like I got a really good group of supporters. I love you guys more than you guys understand. I really do. Um, I don't know how I got so lucky to get all the group that I got, but you guys are amazing people. There was a comment made earlier, way earlier. Let me go find it here. I threw it on screen once, but I want to reiterate this because this is a true fact, guys. It really is. And you can ask if you guys were ever to be able to talk to anybody in my family or my life, my friends, they could tell you the same exact thing because I talk about you guys like you're part of my family to everybody. So where are we at here? Let me see this. I gotta find it. Gotta find it. Oh, and I do want to thank Charlie and Erica for popping in here on their way out to the mountains. Appreciate that, guys. Definitely appreciate that. Where did it go? Where are we at? Thank you, Kitty, too, for coming in here today. Appreciate that. I haven't seen you in a while. We missed you. Where is that comment? Um, 1 second. Let me check something. Hold on. Give me a moment. All right. Let me see. I cannot find this. Anyway, somebody made a comment, said that I love my wife and my kids, and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And then somebody said that Dago loves his YouTube family too, and I absolutely do, guys. I really do. You guys are some really special people to me. Um, and you guys have actually gotten me through some times in the past few months that I've been pretty down on myself, and you know what I mean. It means a lot more than you guys probably realize. Like I said, this is a hobby, but it's turned into a family for me, and I really do love you guys to death. I mean, there's no two ways to say that. So, um, that's all I can really say about that. So, um, tonight I don't know. Strike. It depends on what like how late it is. I might actually, depending on how late. If I do, it might be a little later. But but it depends on how late it is tonight. You know, I may do it. Hopefully, nothing big blows off today on YouTube, and then I don't know about tomorrow, but I definitely will be Monday. So either way, but you may see me tonight too. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I knew it was Strike that made the comment, but I just couldn't find it in my chat. That's a fact. That is a fact. If anybody knows that, Strike does because again, he's another one that's been here, from day one, and he again how I don't know he does it sometimes, but he's in here before I am. There'll be times that I'll think about it's almost like he reads my mind because I'll be walking around doing shit and I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna go live, and I'll walk over to my system and I'll start setting things up and I pop it up and he's sitting in here. It's like what the fuck. So if anybody he knows, he knows how I feel about you guys and the struggles that I've been through, and like I said before the other day with Strike, I've had to do some maintenance with him, and he understood the whole thing. I've had conversations. We do things like adults, guys, and that's the biggest part of it all. You don't get butt hurt over something because I have to do certain things in that. Because here we sit, and mistakes are made, and people understand that. So it is what it is. You know, that's why I love you guys so much because you guys get that. And you guys have always been here whenever I turn this on. Give me and it barely takes long at all, and the same group of people pop in here. That's a fact. Yeah, he's a ninja. That's what he thinks. He's a ninja. He's been slacking though. There's been people that have been popping up in here way before him now, so he's slacking a little bit. I think somebody should give him a hard time about it, since he likes to give me a hard time every time I move from my computer, thinking I'm taking a shit. It's funny. So, what do you guys think? You guys think I sound like what they call me? Fuck is his name again? Louis Anderson. Do I sound like Louis Anderson, guys? I mean, I don't really give two shits what they think, but it's just kind of comical to me. Anderson, huh? I can't even remember what the fuck he sounds like. I'm trying to get it in my head. I think I don't know. I don't think I do, but you know who does is when Isaac tries to make fun of me and uh, do my voice. He sounds like fucking Louis Anderson. He's pretty close, like really close to it. If anything, he's good at his impersonations to an extent. So that's what I said before. Instead of this YouTube shit or the fucking harassing people, he should have went into some kind of shit like that. He probably would have been able to actually make some money. You know, use your what talents you do have for something good instead of something bad. But whatever. You know, now I'm gonna be going and looking up Louis Anderson shit. Oh wow, like I said, I've never really been the one to care about what people think of me, so it's whatever. It's whatever. Forget about it. So you guys are kind of quiet. Are you guys bored now? Talk it up. Talk it up. Oh boy. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna shut them down. But again, guys, thank you so much for being here today. Um, I hope you guys have the absolute best day you possibly can for today. And if I don't see you tonight, then I hope you guys have a great evening and a better tomorrow. Um, enjoy your weekend to the best extent that you can. Again, Strike First, Pam, Belinda, of course, Charlie and Erica. Thank you so much for popping in. Robin, as always, my dear, I love having you here. Uh, Miss Rachel, thanks so much for popping up today, hon. I appreciate you. My brother Pookie, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. You know that. Um, I hope Bowles is doing good. I haven't seen him in a couple days, but I hope he's doing good. Thinking about you, brother. Um, let's see. Who else did I have up in here today? The Trolls and Gamer Girl 92. You can go fuck yourselves. You have a horrible day. Thank you for the views. I appreciate that. Let's see. Who else do I Of course, Rezzy, I love having you in here. You're always a blast to have. Another comedian I got in here. Miss Kathy, thanks so much for popping in, hon. I appreciate you. As always, my mods, you guys do a great job. Robin, you're really good at this. Miss Donna J, thanks so much for being here today. I appreciate you. Kitty Money, it's been great. It was great to see you today, hon. Again, you're welcome anytime that you want to be. Um, and let me see. And anybody I may have missed, I love you guys to death. You have yourselves a great day. Again, if I don't see you tonight, have a great weekend. I love you guys to death. And have a blast. Bye bye now.